Good morning, everyone, and wish you a happy and safe new year. Welcome to the presentation on the graphs or charts. In my two previous lectures, I discussed the ways of analyzing a chart, and in today's lecture, I will discuss one more question. So, my dear students, let's start. Here you find a question. Let's read the question first. Look at the chart. It shows the sources of the USA electricity in 1980. Now analyze the chart. Here we find 5 sources of electricity. They are oil, coal, natural gas, hydroelectric power, and nuclear. Let's continue. Before answering the question, you should have a plan. And here in this slide you find a plan, and following this plan, today we will develop the answer. In the answer, there will be an introduction, there will be the main features or body, and overview in conclusion. The answer will be written in 2 paragraphs. Introduction will be written in 1 paragraph, and the other things, the main features or body and overview in conclusion, will be written in another paragraph. In this slide, I will show you how to develop the introduction. In my previous lectures too, I told you about the ways of writing an introduction for a graph or chart. In the introduction, you will rewrite the question. You will repeat the question using some different words and phrases. We know that the question we are going to discuss is a pie chart, but in the question only the chart has been mentioned, so instead of the chart we can use the pie chart. Here we get the word shows. Instead of this shows, we can use any one of the 4 presents, demonstrates, illustrates, provides information about any one of the 4. The sources of the USA electricity. Instead of this, we can write contribution of different resources for the production of power in the United States of America. And in 1980, this can be replaced by in the year 1980. So we can write the introduction in this way. The pie chart presents the contribution of different resources for the production of power in the United States of America in the year 1980. And there are 24 words in the introduction. So my dear students, while writing the introduction, you will just rewrite the question using some different words and phrases. You can follow the words I have used here, and you can also use some different words and phrases. And in this slide, I will show you how to develop the main features or how to write the body of a chart. Here you find the main features of the chart. If you look at the chart carefully, you will find that oil, its contribution was only 12%, and that was the second lowest, and the contribution of coal was the highest, and that was 46%. Natural gas contributed 24%, and this was the second highest. Hydroelectric power made a contribution of 16%, and nuclear contributed 2%, and this is the lowest. So these are the main features, and we can write the body developing the main features or the main points. We can write the body of the answer in this way. The chart demonstrates that in 1980 only 12% power was produced from oil, and that percentage was the second lowest. The contribution of coal for the production of electricity was the highest, which was 46%. Though the contribution of natural gas was almost the half, it made the second highest contribution, which was 24%. That year, hydroelectric power made a remarkable contribution of 16% in the production of power. As a source of energy, nuclear had the lowest contribution, and that was only 12% in the energy sector of the United States of America. So these main features are developed in sentences in the body, and there are 94 words in the body. Now, overview in conclusion. Overview. In the overview, the significant information is given or is mentioned, and in the overview no data is mentioned, and following the structure I have already mentioned, we will write the overview in conclusion, and we find that coal, this made the highest contribution 46%, and natural gas 24%, and these two resources, coal and natural gas, together made the 3/4 contribution in the production of power in 1980, and other three things, hydroelectric power, nuclear, and oil, these three things together made a contribution of almost 25, one fourth. These two things made a contribution of almost 3/4, and three resources together made a contribution of only 1/4. So we can write the overview in conclusion in this way. From all this data, it is quite clear that in 1980, almost 3/4 electricity was generated from the two resources, coal and natural gas, and the other three resources together made a contribution of 1/4 only. And in the overview, in conclusion, there are 35 words. And here in this slide you find the complete answer. Let's read the answer again. The pie chart presents the contribution of different resources for the production of power in the United States of America in the year 1980. The chart demonstrates that in 1980 only 12% power was produced from oil, and that percentage was the second lowest. The contribution of coal for the production of electricity was the highest, which was 46%. Though the contribution of natural gas was almost the half, it made the second highest contribution, which was 24%. That year, hydroelectric power made a remarkable contribution of 16% in the production of power. As a source of energy, nuclear had the lowest contribution, and that was only 2% in the energy sector of the United States of America. From all this data, it is quite clear that in 1980 almost 3/4 electricity was generated from the two resources, coal and natural gas, and the other three resources together made a contribution of 1/4 only. And there are 153 words in the complete answer. My dear students, if you want to obtain a good mark, then you should take care of a few things. You should take care of the contents. You should develop the things you get in the chart, and the things should be well organized. There should be coherence and cohesion in the answer, and your grammatical range, this will also be evaluated. Your grammatical range means you will use different types of sentences. You will not use only the one type of sentence, simple sentence, and simple sentence throughout the answer. You will use sometimes simple sentences, sometimes complex sentences. You can also use compound sentences. You can use active voice and also passive voice. That is, you will use different types of sentences, and that will show your grammatical range. And your use of words, your choice of vocabulary is also important. In this answer, I have used the word electricity, power, and energy. These are synonymous words, but I did not use the same word all the time. Electricity, electricity, and electricity. Instead of using the word electricity again and again, I have used some other synonymous words, power and energy. And in the answer, I have used simple sentences, complex sentences, and also compound sentences. This sentence is a complex sentence. Though the contribution of natural gas was almost the half, it made the second highest contribution, which was 24%. And here you find the use of and, that is, this is a compound sentence. I have used different types of sentences, and I have also used passive voice. Not all the sentences are in active voice. So my dear students, you can follow these things. I am repeating the main points again. You will develop the things you find in the chart very well. There should be coherence and cohesion. You should use words, different type of words, different types of words. I mean, if you are to use the same word again and again, you will just use some synonymous words instead of using the same word again and again. You will use different types of sentences to show your grammatical range. And if you can include all these things in your answer, you must obtain a good mark. So my dear students, that's all today. Thank you. Thank you very